10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hell, the Knights of the Gimmick Table, where we spit the truth at the infamous round table and your feelings get left at the door. I'm Boogaloo. That is LowRyda. And down there's the artist formerly known as Kaide, Lothbrok. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? How are you guys?
Good, man.
I'm all right. What's going on with y'all?
What's up on your tales from the indies?
Nothing, man. Nothing. It's been quiet ever since last week. It's been all quiet.
It's been so quiet, but I got something you could talk about.
Oh,
About this sleeps.com.
oh man, look at the segue. We're just out here killing it tonight. But yeah, man, sleeps.com. If you or someone you know is an athlete, then sleeps.com is the product for you. They have knee sleeves, arm sleeves, headbands, tights, joggers, socks. They even got them dirty boxers. So if you or someone in your life you know is an athlete, then head over to sleeps.com. Don't forget to use that discount code, MWAPOD. Get your discount.
All right. And if you are vapors, then LowRyda hit it.
Hellvape.com. Hellvape is for blah, 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 blah. Hellvape has healthy vaping alternatives. All their products have no harmful or addictive chemicals, and they are nicotine free. So make sure you pick yourself up some of their vape and pod products using our code MWAPOD for that 10% discount.
And tell them where they can find this. Tell them where they can find this shirt, Chunk.
That would be storefrontier.com/MWA World, where you can get that shirt. You can get Shooting the Shit Uncensored. You can get, I got one on myself.
Let me tell you, that other shirts don't matter right now.
Yeah, you can get all those. You can get all your MWA gear.
Go look at NWA stuff. All you have to worry about is Knights of the Gimmick Table tonight. All right,
look it up.
Yeah. All right, and what else we get? And
starting early.
Yeah, use your magic. Oh Lord, what you did?
Fucking exploded. All right. Well, yeah. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram at MWA World. Subscribe to us on all podcast platforms and YouTube. MWA Podcast Network. I'm gonna clean this shit up real quick.
Yeah. Also, you can follow us on twitch.tv/MWA World.
Beer on the computer, not the best way when your computer has been fucked up anyway. Trying to.
Oh shit.
Also, subscribe to us on Twitch. Send bits and help us grow.
Would you look at that?
Would you just look at it?
This is that real bullshit.
This is fantastic.
Fucking bullshit.
All right.
Just put an old photo of him up.
This is the greatest shit I ever seen. And we already got our first viewer today. What's up, Pops? How you doing? All right. Well, while Chong is fixing his camera, I'm gonna go ahead. It seems that we lost Chili Willy. Hopefully he gets back in here.
There he is. He's back.
But here's one half of the American Gangsters.
Yeah, Chili said he can't get back in.
The bounty hunter.
Oh
man,
can't get back in.
Yeah, he just sent me a message saying he can't get back in.
Hey man, if you don't want to do the show, that's all you have.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know, man. I don't think Chili really want to be here, bro.
Well, after last week, who can blame him?
Yeah, he's like, shit. I don't know if I want to be on this show. Let me try again, sending him the link.
All right, let's send the link.
Oh,
So,
he's
Kenny, my brother,
What's
also
going on, man?
also one of the co-hosts of the No Holds Barred Sports Show,
Yes.
and he also has the what's your segment on the show?
Kenny's Corner.
Kenny's
Dilly,
Corner.
where I dilly's straight in more in the boxing and the MMA scene.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm a
I think
big boxing
that's
fan.
missing something, dude.
What's
Kenny's
that?
Corner. I think it's missing another K, so it could be like KKK. I don't know. Like a Kate, he like that. Like,
Yeah,
he's like,
you got
like,
yeah, you had to fire me. Listen, I took my Xanax today. I'm calm. I'm ready to go.
Hey, as I said it, Cage was stuffing his fucking gown.
I was putting my hood away.
Hey, I'm from Tennessee, man. I've seen it all.
Hey, I heard a funny story. I heard you got into some fisticuffs at the gym there.
It wasn't a funny story. It was true.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you hear this?
You didn't hear this? I was on Killing the Business. I told it.
Yeah, I heard it. Go ahead. Tell the story.
Can I tell it again? You
Yeah, please. It's fucking hilarious.
Is it really hilarious? It's more fucking my ass just being fucking a grumpy old man.
Was somebody commenting about you taking selfies or something?
No,
that would be funny.
I work out at LA Fitness, and fucking they don't keep their machines up to date, so a lot of shit breaks here and there. So we only have 2 of the cable machines, but not the close ones. The ones that have the far, you get a full extension on your arms. So they have 2 sets of them. One side's broken, the other one works, and the other one both cables work. So there was these 2 kids. They had a bench. They had a bench to do croc rows, and they were using the other side of the machine to back themselves up on. So they're monopolizing both sides, but they only needed one. So I went up there. I was like, "Yo, you guys need that?" They're like, "Yeah, we're working out." I'm like, "Whatever." So I walked away. I was annoyed by it, but whatever. I was doing something else. I was doing rows, and I looked over, and an older woman, like probably early 50s, late 40s, she came over, and she was like, "Hey, do you guys need to use both sides because one's broken, the whole deal?" And the one kid was like, "Yeah, we're fucking on this machine, so fuck off."
To a lady?
Yeah. So I was like, "All right, you know what? Fuck this, dude. Like, I don't need this shit." So then I go over there, and I was like, "Yo, there's no reason to be a fucking asshole." And then the fucking kid turned around, and he goes, "You got a problem for you fat fuck?" I was like, "Oh, all right." I'm like, "Yeah, I got a fucking problem." I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, "Dude, you don't own the fucking gym." These are like typical Long Island fucking white kids. They've never been in a real fight a day in their life. They're fucking drinking White Claws like a bunch of douchebags. So the one kid was, the friend was just kind of quiet. It was the one kid probably, shooting testosterone for the first time in his life. And he's like, "Oh, if you got a fucking problem with it, we can go outside." I'm like, "We can absolutely go outside, motherfucker." And we went outside, and fucking we went around. See. So this kid must have been fighting already. He knew not to do it in front of the cameras because my gym, I live in the whitest town pretty much, but there's cops every day at this gym, so I don't know what the fuck goes on. So I'm like, "Yo, you really want to do this?" And the kid was like, "Fuck you, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Go ahead, Dan. Like, you get one, you want to swing. He swung at me. I fucking ducked, took him down, and I just fucking put him against the wall, and I just cracked him twice. And then his fucking little buddy came in, and I just threw him down. And that was the end of it. It wasn't anything spectacular, but
I'm going to call the cops.
Yeah, that was the other thing, too. The buddy was like, "Fuck you, we're calling the cops." I was like, "Go fuck yourself." So I go back in and I text my girl. I'm like, "Hey, by the way, if I get arrested, this is what happened." And then I get my ass in trouble because it's my fault.
But he went back into the gym and finished his workout.
Fuck yeah. I paid.
Like a real G.
I pay to be there, dude. I'm fucking cheap as a motherfucker.
Like fucking Roadhouse.
What's up, Jim Lindos? Jim Lindos says, "Hey,
I need to own my own gym or just have the money to get my
how you doing? Caramel latte.
Like Boogaloo acts like he hasn't gotten into a bunch of fist fights,
No, he don't do that.
I'm a lover.
Yeah, okay.
My brother is infamous for beating up these cats at Gleason's that were come and they would be in the building acting silly, and my brother clothesline one dude out of his chancletas.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Angry Boogaloo is a scary fucking thing to see.
I heard you guys were talking. You were like, you see Boogaloo, he doesn't look like he's a tough guy, but he'll stretch you. I said,
No,
damn,
yeah, we were.
I don't
no,
look like a tough guy.
we were talking.
You look soft as baby.
No, we were talking about how, like, like back in the day, there were guys, like you see a guy in the gym there, he's jacked out of his gills, you think he's a badass, but then you see someone like myself or Boogaloo or you LowRyder, and like those are the guys that will fucking
soft.
No, you're not. You'd fucking stab someone in a heartbeat with a broken beer bottle, you psycho.
Maybe a can.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone has this like perception that like if you're jacked up out of the gym, you're this badass. But then, like, look at Taz. Taz wasn't anything impressive like physically, but he'd fucking stretch half the people in the world. And I know that's what Boogaloo would do.
Look at Hook, man. Hook's stretching people.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck with Hook with that hair. Fuck that.
So Kenny, man,
What's up, man?
I don't know what your partner is, but
He's hitting me saying I'm in Chrome, but when I try to log on, nothing. I just told him I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, shit.
Is he using a phone or he's using
No.
Because if he's using a phone, he's got to go through Safari. Unless he has if he has an iPhone, he's got to go through Safari. If he's using a computer, he can use Chrome.
yeah, if he's using his iPhone, then he has to go through Safari.
I just hit him.
All right, so
Well, we could do it with Kenny here. We could start at least.
Oh no, yeah, I can definitely tell y'all the mad
like
shit with me in this clown did.
my man Kenny here was infamous bounty hunter. He went, got all the big cats. You skip your bail, you skip your bond. He was coming for you.
Nice.
And you met Chili where?
In the gym.
You weren't involved in wrestling yet. You
wasn't involved in wrestling. I was bounty hunting. We used to work.
Were you taking up a machine? And he was like, "Hey, are you gonna use this?" You like?
Nah, I mean, Chili was pretty jacked. I was pretty jacked at the time too.
What year was this?
Oh man, this would have had to been late 90s.
So many years ago.
Yeah, many years ago. Before all this gray shit was in there.
I'm the only one without any gray. I gotta put some gray in my fucking beard here, man.
Stop using just for
you don't
men,
dye your
bro.
hair no more? You used to dye your hair.
I had to dye my hair. I didn't used to. I was told to dye my hair. Like a good soldier, I dyed my hair because that's what I was told by the independent promotion. Because they were paying me the big bucks.
Yes. So go ahead, Kenny.
So so we were in the gym working out. So he used to always ask me about bounty hunting, and I found out he was a professional wrestler. And growing up, loving professional wrestling, so I'd always asked him.
Because you grew up in Tennessee, right?
Tennessee, yeah.
What's the name of the town?
Cleveland.
Cleveland, Tennessee.
Right,
yes.
right between Chattanooga and Knoxville.
What was the local wrestling? Was it NWA or was it Mid-South?
Chattanooga Championship Wrestling would have been NWA, maybe affiliate Chattanooga Championship, but I'm talking Tojo Yamamoto, Nick Goulas.
That's NWA
Goulas.
Yeah,
that's Memphis, isn't it? Tojo and Nick Goulas. Would that be?
They probably came in between because
they
did house shows and their big shows would be at Chattanooga Memorial Auditorium. Harry Thornton was actually the ring announcer. I think he had something to do with it. Oh yeah, bro. I'm a little bit older than you guys.
No, dude, Tojo, man. I've seen some old Tojo matches. That dude was fucking pretty. For what he did, man, he was believable as all hell.
Yeah, hold on for a second. Hey, so he is using the phone. So you said tell him what?
He has to do it through Safari. If he's using his iPhone, he has to go through Safari.
Yeah, he just messaged me.
You hit him and let him know?
Yeah. Okay, I'm telling him right now.
So I can talk. So anyway, man, I remember when Randy Savage first came in, Dutch Mantel. I remember all them guys was coming through there, man. Scott LeDuc, Joe LeDuc. I mean, bruh, way back, man.
That's awesome.
In Tennessee, seeing local shows and stuff. So anyway, me and Chili, man, we just got to talking, and so he
Mark
had
Deal,
just,
Mark Deal.
Oh, okay. He had just got in with ECW real good. And at the time, people didn't know Chili was doing bad man contests and like going to Marine bases and everything and knocking
I heard he was doing
out,
he was doing tough man contests.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, knocking motherfuckers
wow.
out, bro. Like going to the Marine base and winning these motherfuckers. So
shit.
Chili's legit badass. He ain't just no big dude. I mean, he legit can throw some hands.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm gonna tell you a story about Chili.
So we
wait until he gets on, maybe.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hopefully.
So kind of like I said, he left. I think I started working out somewhere else, or he did, whatever. We kind of fell apart. You know, we got cool, but we kind of fell apart. So I got trained at the time that me and him fell apart. So then it had to be a year later, after me and his initial meeting, that I was on a show and seen he was on the show. So I just went right to the promoter and was like, yo, put me with him. And it was funny because he was walking around, because it's been about a year, he's walking around like, yo, who's this guy? You know, how these work? Who is this guy? So I finally walked up to him and patted him on the shoulder like, yo. He was like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah, you working me. And we hugged and whatever. He beat the hell out of me. But yeah. So that's how me and Chili met each other in the gym working out. So me wanting to do what he do and he wanting to do what I was doing.
All right.
Nice. How old were you when you got into the business?
Now, man, I was a little older already, probably 20. When I got trained, I was somewhere around 28, 29 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was older. Yeah, I was.
You were a big time baseball player.
Yeah, baseball in college and basketball in college.
Yeah. And then you went to the Navy, right?
Yep.
So how long were you in the Navy for?
4 years.
So there you go. So, you did college. So you came out of college like what?
I came out of college. I played basketball before I went to college. Before I went to the military. Then I left and went to the military at 20, came back at 24 and walked on and made the college baseball team at 24 years old. So that's kind of how I played basketball before I went to the military, and then I played baseball after the military in college.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why you weren't thinking about wrestling then.
Exactly. Because here in Tennessee, you know, just like everybody else, you do the backyard and have fun, but you never know nothing about how to get trained or meet nobody and all that.
It was very hush-hush when we were coming up.
Yeah, like you said, I never thought about professional wrestling, but when I moved to North Carolina, it's a freaking indie show every damn corner, so it ain't hard to get trained, you know, in indies, you know, or get trained by somebody.
Who were you trained? Who did you train under?
I started with a guy named Viper, and I heard this guy has cancer, so I'm gonna be nice. But I was finished with C.W. Anderson. That's who finished me up, and that's a funny story too.
Tell him the Viper story about your first day. Like, what was the?
Oh yeah. I was telling it. Yeah, so you know he's putting you through the tryout and all that. You know, the crunches, the what do you call them? The fucking up down. I can't think of the word. Anyway,
squats.
Squats. There you go. So this is what he's talking about. So I get through all of this and I do everything. And give me chest chops. He's going. So this motherfucker puts a chair in the ring, bro, and gives me a chair shot during tryouts.
That's great.
That's amazing. When I told Boogaloo, they was like, "What?" I'm like, I got a chair shots in tryouts.
Sounds like. Did you have to pay up front?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was just trying to get you to fucking leave and keep your money. That's all it was. Carney as a motherfucker. I love it. Whatever happened to those old wrestling names, Viper and all? Like, there's nobody named those that anymore.
Reptili.
Iguana. But obviously, you stuck through after the opening chair shot.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is in get in your system, and I wanted to do it then. You know, I loved it. I used to go to. I didn't know indie wrestling. I'm not gonna lie. I think even in Tennessee when I watched it, I never visualized that I was watching indie. I think I'm watching.
I don't think you could consider it indie wrestling really, like when you were growing up, because it was territories, you know.
Exactly. There you go. So it was different when I was growing up. So then when I got to North Carolina and seeing what indies was, and you got to understand, I still didn't have a full understanding of the business. You know, I was becoming a professional wrestler, but like you said, the full scope of the business. And this guy Viper was different. I mean, like you said, Viper was about the money. Viper, he ran a little organization. He stayed champion forever. He had a little TV show that he did, a local TV show. So in the Rocky Mount Wilson, he was a superstar, bro. I mean, people was asking autographs. Let him tell it. He was WWE. He had been WCW, and of course, after I got out and got around, I found out it was all bullshit. But yeah, this guy was he was slick with it, to say the least.
So to circle back to the chair shot, was it a shot to the head or the back? Where was the chair shot?
I think he actually did do the back gimmick. I don't think I remember it was a back gimmick, but everybody I tell that story is like, what?
The headshots when you're actually training. The back is only when you get in the
doghouse. They used to make people bump on concrete. they used to practice their back bumps on the concrete. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't think this guy Chili gonna get on because he's still trying to do Chrome. I don't know if he didn't understand when Chung hit him and told him Safari, because he just hit me and was like, man, look like I'm at to reschedule because I can't get on Chrome. I'm like,
yeah, because he's got a Samsung, so I don't really know.
Yeah, he can't use Safari then, because that's if he's got Android, he's only got Chrome. It doesn't let you work through Chrome, really?
It says it as long as you're not on an iPhone that you should be able to use Chrome.
I don't know, man. I'm technology stupid, so
yeah, man. I don't know.
But he got on before, so why the hell?
Yeah, he was on. And when we did the whole whatever, it went on.
So I watched him disappear from the room. It was like that show.
Who knows?
Lost.
Chili, man. But yeah, that's how me and this guy met, and so we worked that match, had fun, and then what's crazy is when me and Chili started tagging, I can't even think what made us start tagging. I don't even
go into that. What you just won, because he was done with ECW by then.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna ask, like, how long into your career did you guys start teaming?
That was long. It was long into your career.
So you were doing your own thing. So where did you work like on your own before you and him started, doing the team?
Like I said, North Carolina indie scene is so saturated, bro.
Yeah,
you can work. You can work literally every weekend, like. I mean, sometimes during the week, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you could, if you wanted to, you could work. So it was a bunch of different promotions. Some of the better promotions, by myself, it was a promotion in Burlington, North Carolina. Matter of fact, where y'all came down and did the gimmick for Bernard. That promotion right there was one of the better promotions. CWF. That was one of the better promotions in this area of North Carolina.
And Caprice ran Sanford.
Right? Yep. We did this. Yeah, the Sanford stuff for Caprice.
What was that show that we did for that Ole Anderson show? Remember?
That was in Wentworth, North Carolina. They went hot for a minute, but they did like kind of price themselves out. They I don't even know if they even weren't running anymore. That guy, but that was a decent show for a minute.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was a decent show. It had a decent crowd and everything. It was a good show for a minute, but. They started using names, big names, and you got guys like us on the indies that put a show on that don't kill them, and then they'll go out here and try to hire this big name and then kill their damn show,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was working all over to answer your question, Stockade, man. I was just doing the indie shit over and over and over, and I'm trying to think how me and Chili. Finally, I think we got on the promotion together as singles. I went to this when I went to this gimmick, the Willie Watts.
Okay, tell the story about this gimmick, because what was this promotion?
Black Neck Security.
That's amazing.
Willie Watts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was the promotion called?
That was Gals Gimmick Only. It stood for Gimmick Only. Underground something, but what was so crazy about it, I always wanted to do a urban cowboy gimmick. I was like, man, nobody does it. I ain't seen it. I'm sure it happened before, but I'm like, right now in the Indies, nobody's doing this urban cowboy gimmick. So I got with the promoter Count Grog, who is famous down here in North Carolina. Count Grog been running for. That's where the Hardys, all the North Carolina boys that's in WWE or was in, they came through Count Grog.
He was the guy that used to run the carnival shows.
He's like carnival, so he's done it. He does it all. Okay, he's done it all, and a lot of them guys.
He would book like Scott Hall, all those guys.
Yeah, I think SCW might have been the name of it back then, or SWA, whatever it was. Hardys, Hurricane, all them guys from North Carolina came through that.
I worked for Funnel Cake.
So anyway, so when he came up with this new promotion, he and said, it was going to be gimmicks only. So I went to him and I said, man, I want to do a cowboy gimmick. He said, I got the perfect name for you. He said, Cowboy Willie Watts. And I forget, it was off the Bob Watts.
Kelly says it's not working when I'm sending him the link again.
Bill Watts. It was off the Bill Watts again, what it came from. And he was like, I heard you. Cowboy Willie Watts. So I loved it. And then I had a tag team partner, and he was, God rest the dead, Luther Thez was his name. So he was going on for Lou Thez. His name was Luther Thez. Oh, bro, we had some gimmicks, and we had Eskimo Joe. We had some gimmicks in that joint, man. Surfer J. Trying to think, man. We had some. It was some.
It sounds like it was Chikara before Chikara was even a thought.
I thought Chikara was around already.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had a black group called KKK, Killer Clown Clique. I mean, it was, but it was so fun, bro. It was a fun little time because we did bar shows, so of course you could cut loose and cuss and act a fool, and that gimmick was awesome, bro. I mean, when I started doing that gimmick, it started with them, bro, but that gimmick took off. I mean, I was getting, and still in the Carolinas, I was getting bookings like crazy, man. People love that gimmick. I mean, let's just face it, in the Carolinas, and you kind of know what kind of people, good old boys going to these shows. And
yeah.
So they would I'd come out with the damn, I knew the, what's his name? Country Boy Can't Survive. I knew that song by heart. I'd come out with a mic in the back singing the song. Come out with Moonshine or what you call it, or Jim Beam, bro, and I'd come out sing and have his album cover with a damn, I had a Iron Maiden. I went all the way in with the gimmick.
That's awesome,
all the way down to, as you can see, the stars and stripes for I went all the way in with the gimmick, bro. Had a great time.
It would great. You would have clean managing you.
So Chili actually joined me. I think he seen me do that gimmick one time with Grog, the same guy, and that's where me and him came together. Because first, before the American Gangsters in North Carolina, we was running this gimmick as the Watts brothers. I was Cowboy Willie Watts, and he was Black Jack Bart Watts. So
that's amazing. That's so amazing.
So we was running that gimmick, and it was hot, bro. I mean, we used to get pop. We would get pops, crazy pops and everything, and just was over as hell with that gimmick, man. I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. Probably my funnest time in professional wrestling was tagging with Chili. He was a little bit more experienced with me. He taught me a lot. He knew the bit, so it just was fun working with Chili, and he's a fun guy all the way together. Anyway, it was just fun working with him. And the American Gangster gimmick that came on with a company out of South Carolina. It was a company of Timber, the Wild Lumberjack Timber was booking down in South Carolina, and he'd been wanting to bring me down there as a single. Then I told him about me and Chili was tagging. He was like, "Oh, that's even better." So they didn't like the Watts gimmick. They didn't want to do the cowboy gimmick. They said, "Oh, he took it to promoting." So we came up with this American Gangster gimmick. And
was that off the movie? Oh, here he goes.
Yes, definitely. Because I was Frank and he
Here
was.
he comes.
I was Frank and he was me.
Really? Look who's this.
There he is.
There we go.
Damn, man, you got me sweating over here trying to tell these stories, man.
Keep going. I had to go to my other room and I had to do some things, man. God.
What's up, my brother?
Chili
hold on.
coming in from the Philippines, right? You out in the Philippines right now?
No, he's not.
No, I'm here in the States, man. But
yeah,
my
we
phone
just
is.
hung out this weekend.
Hey, Chili.
Yeah,
Chili, I'm gonna have to cut your pay in half because now you're only here for half the show.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, I'm used to getting paid low.
We giving you that Paul Heyman payday right now.
Don't worry, Chili. Our checks don't bounce.
No, hey, if you're gonna pay me, I want cash for real.
Cash.
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm sorry, man. That took me a while, man.
So,
I don't know. It's this Philippine phone, so I don't know.
He's telling us the story about how the American Gangsters was born. South Carolina.
Yeah. So what I remember was the promoter, guy named Timber. Donnie was already doing a country gimmick as a country guy and everything.
Cowboy Willie Watts.
Yeah. So Timber wanted us to come down as a new gimmick. So I saw the movie American Gangster. I saw Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes. So I was like, yo. So I pitched it to Bounty. The Bounty's like, all right, yeah, we can do that. We can try that. So I had the suits, right? Because my dad, they all in church and everything. So I went out and bought 2 suits. And Kenny had the ride, he had the money and everything. So we just jazzed it up a little bit, took some promo pictures in front of his Lexus and everything. So and it was that's how it started. So we went down to South Carolina, Orangeburg, and we worked it, man. We worked Scotty Riggs and Sick Boy.
Sick Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it started, man.
So was that after WCW for those guys then, right?
Yeah. It was after ECW because Scotty Riggs was at ECW.
Right.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay. I forgot.
Yeah, because I remember we were working each other, and I was going a little bit too stiff on him. He was like, "Hey, this is not ECW."
Hey, lighten up, brother.
He passed away, right?
He's lighting up, Chillian. This is not ECW anymore. I was like, yeah, I know, man, but that's how we work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Scotty Riggs passed away?
Yeah, I think he passed away, right? Scotty
No,
Riggs?
no, I don't think so.
No.
You sure?
No, don't say that.
Louis killing people off, man.
Yeah, damn. Louis quit killing people.
No,
Captain Shitstir, man. That's his job. Captain Shitstir. That's his job. He's got to stir everything up.
Come on.
Scotty's probably looking at it, probably saying, "Hey, what the heck you guys doing, man? What's going on?"
Motherfucker killing me off.
Why?
I'm coming on the show next week.
You're Googling it right now. I'm surprised you didn't go Siri. Is Scotty Riggs alive?
No doubt.
So Chili, one of my homeboys hit me up and he was like, "Yo, you gonna have Chili on your show?" I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, I did his show last year, and he's like, that's a cool motherfucker. So
who was that?
My man Bufa. He's out in out in China. And
out in China. Yeah. I mean, I just talked to him, man. He said he's trying to get up out of China, man. Too many restrictions and everything. So he's trying to get back to the States and get some work, man. Somebody need to pick him up. That brother can work. You know what I mean?
What?
Oh yeah.
That's our boy, man. We traveled with him all over, and then
no doubt
he decided to jump and take himself to Japan and China, and
that was one half of that tag team, right?
Yeah.
Remember they stayed at the house too when y'all came down Boogaloo. Yeah.
Oh, word. Yeah. So
on the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they came down and did a little thing at tour in North Carolina, and they stayed over when I had the house.
Okay. Yeah. So he said he coming back. You don't know where, or trying to go to England. I think he said going to England also. So yeah, if any promoters out there, man, check him out because brother can work. You know what I mean? Get the brother signed.
Yeah, he's got great size and he
doubt
he can work, man.
Yeah, you bring that old school, 1980s '87. Rock the bells. Bringing in the boom box, the Kango. I like the
No
gimmick, yo. I was like,
doubt.
that's pretty tight. You know what I mean? So,
Hey man, that would have been a good partner for you back at ECW when you were
I
everyone's
know,
favorite.
right? I know. Hey, look. Let me tell you. I started out with the Godfather hat, and I think the actual real Godfather came out with the hat like in WWF, WWE, like right the same time I started wrestling. I started wrestling in '97, and I think his gimmick came out '97ish, '96ish, something like that. So I was like, oh man, I was like, dang,
No, Godfather came out later.
No, I think
No, it was like
no,
97.
97
maybe
somewhere around
98.
there.
because
Yeah,
they were doing the
Yeah.
Nation Foundation for a minute.
right. So I started wearing the hat there. You know what I mean? And then I started wearing the chain with the lock. You know what I mean? So I got that from Tretch. Naughty by Nature. I went to school. I went to school with Vinny. Up in East Orange, New Jersey. So he was in my class and everything. But anyway. So, people ask me, what's the lock for? I was like, yo, this is for my brothers on lockdown. You know what I mean? And then, then a couple years later, I see John Cena come out with.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that's stolen, dog. That's stolen. Thugonomics, you know what I mean?
It happens so often. It's not even funny, man.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah, man. And you can't do anything about it because they're on television. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is true. This is
Happened to us.
Yeah.
More than once.
No.
Yeah, multiple times. I got by Hunico, and me and Guap got by the Guerreros.
What? The girls?
Louis and
Mysterio.
Yeah, Louis and Damien got for the next one killer gimmick.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
Yeah, I got Chaz's flight suit. I did it before him.
Yo,
Yeah.
This the royalties need to be passed around on this show tonight.
For real, man.
You know how I knew they were stealing stuff because one day I worked for Alpha and I used the amateur pin to win my match. It was a
Right.
2-plate special pin, right? And I guess the next week Kurt Angle uses it on John Cena, the same exact pin. And then that's when Eki told us, he goes, yeah, they're watching your stuff. You go in there and they're watching your videos.
Lord.
Yeah. So
That's crazy. That is insane.
that's how you know they're watching. They're always watching.
So yeah, they gave us a call, man, when me and King, my bad. When me,
That's
me and
what's on the screen.
okay, all right. Me and Bounty went down and we was doing the American Gangster gimmick, man. They gave us a shot out, shot back in some talent agent. And but then, I told him my age or whatever, and he was like, he ain't call us back. And so I was like, yo, whatever. You know what I mean?
Hey, so
like, whatever.
Did you have to ask?
He's like, man, you neighbors is old.
So we was 40 at the time.
You was at 40 at that time, yeah.
We was 40.
So did you have to ask for permission to use the gangster name? I think I heard something like that. You asked New Jack.
No. What happened was one time though, Bounty, remember we were in
Jersey,
North Carolina,
Philly,
somewhere.
Oh, go ahead.
No. We were in North Carolina at Fox's show with Marilyn Manson or whatever. Anyway, Jimbo, not Jimbo, New Jack calls or one of the guys called New Jack because we were there, and he wanted me to speak to New Jack and everything. So New Jack called and he was like, Chili, let me ask a question. I said, what up, bro? Because me and Jack was pretty cool, I had no beef with Jack or whatever, nothing like that. So he was like, "Oh, y'all, how are you spelling the Gangsters? How are you spelling it? The last part of it." And I said, we spelling it with the S-T-E-R, S. He said, "Oh, okay," because we spelled out as the gangsta. You know what I mean? So I said, "No, we American gangsters, not gangsta." You know what I mean? That's all. That's the only conversation I had with New Jack. about doing the gangster gimmick or whatever. So, but what happened was there was another tag team after we kind of left.
Yeah.
I saw this on YouTube.
I don't know.
You guys maybe could pull it up or whatever. But there was another tag team that copied try to copy our gimmick.
Yes.
But these boys were little. They were little brothers. You know what I mean? I'm talking
in
little.
Florida.
They was in
Florida.
Yeah. Okay, that was in Florida.
Yeah.
Anyway, New Jack came down there or something. They worked New Jack, and I don't know who was partner with. I don't think it was Mustafa. I don't know who it was.
Big black guy, whoever it was. It was a big black guy.
Maybe it was. But let me tell you, because me and New Jack was cool and everything. Yo, he shanked these boys, man, and he was telling them, "Oh, this is what did he say? You can hear it on the YouTube. This is infringement. This is trademark infringement or something like that. Y'all want to be gangster? He just stabbing them.
No, he did them boys. He did them bad, bro. That ring looked like a cut hog. He did them boys.
Hey, these
bad.
are black guys. These are black guys. These ain't no white guys. So people can't say this is a racial thing. He did these brothers bad, man. I was like, yo. And this was after he knew we was doing the gangster gimmick. This was way after we were doing.
Well, you remember we had the photo thing or something. We went to Philly and stayed in Philly.
Oh yeah.
But whatever happened, we didn't never make it. But we were supposed to do something with New Jack. Yeah.
He wanted us to at the autograph signing, or it's like a convention. He wanted us to be at his table with him and everything. So, but we couldn't make it. I think it was Atlantic City.
Yeah,
that's where
Atlantic
it was.
City.
We got stuck. We got stuck somewhere in Philly, South Philly somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna rewind a little bit because
go ahead.
I wanted to ask you how'd you get your start? Who broke you in the business?
Oh man, I wanted to get into business since I was a kid, man. So I was 8, and so it took me some years to get into it because I didn't get into it until I was 26, 27. And they did a wrestling show at my old high school, and my dad was working custodian there, and so I went there. I went through the back door. Of course, I won't pay, you know what I mean, because my dad was, the janitor there. So went there, and at that time you had Joey Mercury, Kristen York, Lodi. You had Steve Carino, C.W. Anderson. You had all the boys, the Hardy Boys. This wasn't Omega. It couldn't. Let me see. I'm not gonna say it was Omega because a guy named Big Slam was running the show.
Oh, okay.
But it was a lot of Omega guys, and then it was CW. So all the North Carolina boys that pretty much made it. Everyone, Shane Helms, all those guys made it. And so C.W. Anderson's cousin was working the sound system, and so I was asking around, how could I get into this? And someone directed me to him. I talked to him. He gave me his number. I came back out like on a Tuesday, tried out, and that's how that started. But before that, way before that, maybe back in 1990, when I first got married, man, I ran up. I was living in Rochester, New York, and I drove down to Paulsboro, New Jersey to try out for the Monster Factory, Larry Sharp, back in the day. And I think guys like Tatanka and was there, whatever. Yo, I was so nervous. I had a singlet. I had bought a brand new singlet. I put that joint on backwards, right? So I put it on backwards. I get in the ring. Everybody's out there, he just telling me run the ropes as fast as I can. I didn't know how to run the ropes. I was just running bam, bam, like a ping pong. And the ropes were tight, and it was just throwing me off the ropes and everything. And so he showed me how to do a bump or whatever. He just said, fall flat on your back or whatever. He didn't tell me to tuck my head or whatever. He just said, do it, So I did all that, man. I tried out, but I didn't have the money for it. So I did that, tried out. I didn't have the money. I just got married. So it took me a couple years. 96, I went to WCW Power Plant. Tried out.
I remember seeing you, hearing about this when you were on Alan Funk's show.
Yeah, I was on I went there and I did the tryout, man. About 33 guys there, a lot of football players, former football players, college guys, and that was no joke. 3 days of doing squats and everything. I used to have it on my Facebook page, a picture of me, Chris Benoit and Steven Regal. That was the last day when they came in. They came in to get the paychecks, you know. And so I marked out, of course, and I wanted a picture with them. You know, I got a picture with them. Y'all remember the tag team High Voltage, Atom Bomb, Sarge. You know, so but yeah, that was I barely just passed that, man. It was like 33 guys. I think 3 guys passed, and I was one of them. So
and that was that guy Sarge. He was the one running it, right?
Oh yeah, Buddy Lee Parker. Yep. I think he's still living. Yeah, Sarge was no joke, man.
Yeah,
he was
Alan
no
had
joke.
him on the show. Yeah, he was no joke.
Yeah, man. There was no. I mean, that was some grueling thing. I mean, you talking squats, man. He starts you out doing squats. You do 25. You think you're gonna finish it? Jump down, do some 25 push-ups, get back up, do some squats some more. You're not doing it right. Do some more. Before you know it, man, you done did about 1,000 squats, man. For real. People throwing up, passing out. He making people lay on their back, put their legs and hands up. Now say I'm a cockroach. Say you're a dying cockroach. Get the F out of my school. Blah, blah, blah. Man. So I passed that. Went to go talk to Jody Hamilton, Mr. Wrestler number 2, and there it goes again. You know,
that's Nick Patrick's dad, right? The referee Nick Patrick, right?
Yeah, yep, exactly. That was that was his dad, and he was running it, you know, and because they had like 3 rings in it, man. They make you run through the gauntlet and everything. Pistol Pez was there, man. All those guys, Elix Skipper and all those guys, Johnny Swinger, and I couldn't afford it. That's when I went home, and that's when I saw the wrestling in North Carolina, and that's how I got hooked up with C.W. Anderson. And CW started out training me, and then there was a guy named Gary Simone, and then it was back to CW, and then I got the ECW.
Okay. Yeah. How'd you get the ECW gig? There was
we were doing a show and at a bar. I was working for this company called Gouge. No, it wasn't Gouge. Yeah, it wasn't. I can't. Then, yeah. No, what was it called, man?
Then. Was it SCW or
SCW? SCW, yeah. Ran by this promoter named Grob. And he's still promoting, man. I call him the world's greatest promoter. So anyway, he would hire guys like the Hardy Boys, Laz, Rick Link, you name it. Guys who came from North Carolina, you know. They what's the guy that worked FTR? Slipping my name. What's his name? Bounty. FTR.
You're talking about back then. His
back then was.
Man, and I worked that guy several times.
He's the bald one.
His ass.
Yeah, he's the bald one. Yes.
KC McKnight was his name. KC McKnight.
Yes. Let me tell you, that brother was good back then. He was monster back then. You know what I mean? So he just didn't make it, but he was working there. You know, a lot of guys was working there. You know, and so one night we did a show at the bar, at some bar in Durham. Steve Carino and CW came up, and Steve and I cut some kind of weird promo, and there was like, and Steve Carino was like, "You need to come with us, Chili. You need to come hang out with us. ECW doing a show. They doing a run here in North Carolina. You need to just come hang out." So I did. I went there, you know, hung out, and this is when I first met New Jack and all the boys. And New Jack, they were signing autographs. I was standing by the table. This one kid came up to me and said, "Hey, can I, because I had blonde hair at the time. Hey, can I get an autograph?" And kid you not, New Jack came out and said, "Yo, he ain't with us." he said, "Who this?" He said, "You." He said, "Hey," he said, "He ain't with us. He no wrestling with us." You know what I mean? And I think CW or somebody came over and said, "Jack, that's my friend there." He said, "Oh, okay. I just wanted to let you know, man. This is, you ain't with us, because that's the thing about ECW, man. It was a family thing, you know what I mean? It wasn't just guys working in the locker room. It was like family. And if you wasn't in right then, they would let you know. You know what I mean? It was seriously strictly like a brotherhood. So he was letting the fans know. He was letting me know I'm not in there yet. You know what I mean? So, but during that weekend, I tried out and everything. And
who's your tryout match with?
Julio Dinero.
Julio Dinero.
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I knew him as Julio Fantastico when on the
Yes,
Indies.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. and brother could work. You know what I mean? Carry me through. Yo, let me tell you something. I was wrestling in ECW, green as a greenhorn. I think everybody carried me in every match. And it was funny because somebody posted, no, Chris Hamrick posted a match the other day. And
such a talented guy.
Oh man, that brother, the old cat can run. We used to call him Michael Bolton. So
Yes. Oh, the
it was one
Highlander.
one of my friends on Facebook. He was like, "Yo, man, he carried you the whole match." I was like, "Yeah, dude." I'm telling you, the whole time I was in ECW, only thing I would do is just get up there and just stick my behind and try to do a little charisma. But as far as actually wrestling and stuff, man, I was carried the whole time I was in ECW. Red Dog carried me. The Baldies carried me.
Another talented guy, man. Red Dog, man.
Mike Bell before he passed away.
Yeah.
Tony Mama Luke. Even AC Loke. AC Loke, the referee, carried me my first match. Julio was my first tryout match in Virginia, but my actual first match on television, I think, was HC Loke, the referee. So they made me a heel with Steve Carino, and I came out and me and HC worked, and but I had a good time at ECW, man. No regrets. I loved it. Would do it again if I could,
So when did you meet that jerk off Angel?
Yo, that's how I got on the first night. He was like, when I was down with when I was with them for that weekend, and we were in Virginia, and I worked Julio. Tommy came out to me and he said, "Look, because Angel and DeVito, they wanted to get off the ring crew, so they saw this prime green guy. They was like, yeah, we gonna get him." And so me and Tommy was talking. Angel just butt in. He was like, "Yo," you know how he talk. He's like, yo, son. Yeah, you want to get on the ring crew? Yeah, Tommy, get him on the ring crew. Tommy, get him on the ring crew. I was like, who this cat, man? He was like, yeah, you want to get on? So Tommy said, look, I can't promise you anything. I can just promise you $75 for the ring and $75 to wrestle. That will be your pay every time you wrestle with us, and that's how it was, man. I would drive from North Carolina all the way up, pick up Michael Keener. I would pick up Mike first in Philly. I think he lived in Philly.
Yeah, right outside of Philly.
Yeah, and then me and him, he would jump in my car. Me and him would go to Long Island, drop off my car, get into the truck, and we drive to wherever show it was, come back, drop him back off, and then I'd go back to North Carolina. I did that for I was the one to crash. I was the last person to crash the truck, I think.
You fell asleep?
Yeah, man. Well, we did that show out in California. We was coming back. Well, the ring truck.
Wait, you drove that truck from Long Island all the way to California?
No. We drove the truck. I think all the way from Long Island. I think going somewhere. I think we dropped it off somewhere. I want to say somewhere in the South, Alabama. Somewhere. I'm not sure, or Dallas or something like that. But anyway, we flew. They flew all of us out there to California. Well, we came back. We flew back, I think, somewhere in Dallas or somewhere. So anyway, we got on the truck, me and Mike, and we will take it from Florida all the way back up to Long Island. And it was in the daytime, man, and we was just butt tired, dude. And Mike pulled over. He said, Chili, you going to drive? You gonna be all right? I said, yeah, man, yeah. Yo, I was tired of the dog. So I was driving, man, and for some reason, man, I just I blacked out. Yo, and I luckily it was like those orange barrels or something like that. And I just crashed the front part of it, yo. And Mike was he was laughing the whole way. I mean, from Florida all the way up to Long Island, we were laughing the whole way, man. I was like, man, can you just drop me off here in North Carolina? Man, we were just bugging out, for real.
Man, I remember Angel used to drive the truck, and then that motherfucker didn't drive a regular car. And I used to have to, so he would drop the truck off in Long Island, and then we would have to pick him up in Long Island to bring him back to Queens.
It's amazing.
Yo, the stories, man. But yeah, I loved it, man. At least ECW was I wish every wrestler could have experience that. You know what I mean? Because it was something different. You know, I'm glad I got to experience it.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
No doubt. So
you guys did this American Gangster gimmick, and then you guys were considering trying to get into to go up to Vince and WWE, but you said it was because of the age.
yeah, that's what the guy. Well, that's what I kind of felt like, you know, because he called us. We were driving somewhere, and he was like, you know, how old are you guys? And we couldn't kayfabe it, so we were just like, yo, this is our age. And then, you know, we didn't get no call back.
That's
He
crazy.
didn't call us back. Yeah, he didn't call us back. So, but you know, I was like, yo, at least we got a call. You know what I mean? At our age, you got a call.
Yeah. I was. That told me that kind of. I mean, some of the stuff I did with some of the old school guys that put me over, but that was. I mean, I tell people all the time, I made it. In my eyes, I'm like, you know, I got the call. Harley worked in front of Harley Race. As soon as I got through working, he handed me a card. Said, if you ever want to go to Japan, call me. You know, so it's you know, everybody's not going to sign WWE. So it's certain things you got to say, hey, I made it, and this is why I made it, and live with it.
But see, that's the problem. People consider, oh, I made it to WWE. I reached the pinnacle. Oh,
exactly.
I've succeeded. To me, succeeding was, hey, I did the Elks Lodge in front of
there you go.
I worked in front of 1,000 people.
Yeah.
They had to turn people away in the Elks Lodge, or me just knowing that person in the front row paid to see me wrestle. I made it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I agree.
Whether I wrestled in front of one person or 10,000 people.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Yeah, I did the Greensboro Coliseum one time with like 5,000 people, and it was amazing, bro.
How many people can say they lived their dream? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what magnitude you did it at, you still lived your dream. I trained.
And Jim Cornette.
We did it the right way. We all did it the right way. We found a reputable trainer. We trained.
Yep.
He did it with Viper, but we all trained. You know, we paid our dues. Everybody paid the dues.
Oh, without a doubt,
you
bro.
know, you had the right to be part of that fraternity.
I mean, me and this guy worked in front of Jim Cornette, man, and he put us over, bro. I mean, like a mug.
Let me tell you, man.
Did he call y'all neighbors?
Okay. He was with Abdul that night, wasn't he? Was he with Abdul the Butcher? Yeah. But let me tell you, going back to that, man, you know, my first time that I ever put on some wrestling boots, man, and wrestled in front of a crowd was in Mount Airy, North Carolina, in a trailer park. You know, and they were selling trailers. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that first time that I walked out in front of like 10 people outside that lot versus me walking down the aisle in front of 20,000 people, you know, that first time I had more chills on my body than I did with the people that was cheering me for 20,000 people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it just, like you said, man, it doesn't matter what magnitude, as long as you know that you did what that's the goal that you set out to do, and you did it, you know, no matter what it is in life. You know what I mean? So I tell people all the time, man, try to live your dream, you know, try to have a goal in life, you know, no matter what people may think it, you know, how big or small it may be. But if it's something that you want to do, go for it, because life is short. You know what I mean? So you really got to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue, and do it right. Don't half step, don't cut no corners, because it won't come out right. You know what I mean? It's just not going to come out good. Right. You know, so yeah, man, I enjoyed it. You know,
I'm with you 100% on that, man.
Same. I was telling them before you come on, like the funnest time I had in wrestling when me and you was tagging. I was like, I learned so much from you.
Oh,
man. And when we was traveling, man, it was the funnest time in wrestling. And you know, I used to have to make this guy understand his worth, because he'd be like, man, we're only gonna ask him for this. I'm like, Chili, you've been on TV. you was doggone under contract. No, bro. If you even get more than me, you need to tell these guys this. I'm like, bro, you you got something to back you on asking, because of course these promoters didn't want to pay us nothing. But we got to the point where we,
if they can,
you
they
know,
won't. They ain't gonna pay.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I would tell him, because he was the name, I would tell him, listen, this is what you tell him. And he'd always come back like, yo, Bounty, they went for it, man. I'm like, I told you they would, bro. You got some backing.
Right.
Like, they always try to like show. Like I was with Samu one time, right? And he's talking to a promoter, and the promoter's like, yeah, can you send me a tape? He looks at me, and he goes, which tape you want? WrestleMania 6 or this guy wrestling WrestleMania? You gotta ask him for a fucking tape.
Fucking crazy. It's crazy how some of these promoters are, man. But yeah, like I remember when I was first starting out, like I remember telling my not wanting to go all out when there wasn't a lot of people out there. And I remember my brother telling me like, yo, go you gotta go out there and do your damn thing, man, because you never know who's out there. And at the same time, you know, these people are paying money to see us.
Absolutely.
You know, he's like, you know, some of these people ain't got no money.
Yeah.
But see, people got no money at all, and they're spending whatever they can to come to a wrestling show.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you, man, on the indies when I was with Bounty, man, I really had to elevate myself, because he talking about me teaching him something. Yo, I got lackadaisical because I was coming off ECW, but I was watching him, and I said, this brother is putting it in. Yo, for a big dude to get up that high, I never told him to down.
He ain't have to get too high to kick you, though.
I was on the top rope and he hit me.
I said, this cat can get up. And then his forearms, like when he would hit somebody in the back or something, I said, this dude is. So I said, okay, it's like that. So because I'm coming off of ECW, I'm thinking, you know, I gotta be a little bit snug but a little bit light. When I saw him hit Joker, I said, oh no, I can't let him do me. I can't let him outdo me like that. So we just started laying it in, man. I was like, I'm trying to keep up with him because Kenny was laying it in, man. I was like, dude, lighten up a little bit.
You got to think too. You're coming from ECW, and you were like, your gimmick was like, it was a fun gimmick,
right?
Everybody's favorite homeboy was a fun gimmick.
Yeah,
like people would fire up for you, like, and typically like that gimmick would not get over in ECW. You got it over. Like a gimmick like that would not get over in ECW.
Someone told me that.
But you got it over. Now, now you got that shit over. But you know your gimmick was fun. It was it was fun. Now you're into this American gangster shit, and now you seeing Kenny going OD. You're like, oh shit, man.
I was
ain't
like,
Chili Willy no more.
I thought he was gonna come out there a little light. You know what I mean? This dude come out here. I was like, oh snap. I'll be on the side of the ring, man. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, dude, lighten up. And then his spear, when he speared the dude, he speared one guy, man. We had this gimmick where I throw the guy, I'm in the turnbuckles with him. I'm hitting and I'm punching, and Cheney just running back and forth. He's revving up. And then he's gonna call my name. And when he called my name, I just whipped this guy out in the middle of the ring, and Cheney just speared him. Whether it's on his side, whether it's on his back, wherever. Yeah. He speared one guy and almost broke his shoulder.
You see people's soul leave their body with the
bro.
We
had some fun. And then we go one step further. We'd work and we had what we call the Manny Fernandez phase.
Oh yeah.
So you know how Manny would go boom, boom, flying taco, and he'd be flying around the ring. So when me and this dude do this Manny Fernandez gimmick, we be like, all right, let's go Manny Fernandez tonight. We call it right in the ring, Chili Manny Fernandez, and bruh, it was dangerous, but we never hurt nobody. But we was shit.
One time you
stop it, man.
Yeah, one time you heard that boy, man.
He landed wrong, man. He landed.
Yeah, Lodi was there. Look, Lodi was there and he was commentating, and Lodi was like, man, I don't want to mess with these guys. These guys are bad, man. So we had fun, though. Yeah, we did have fun, though.
The NWA Charlotte gimmick, that's where we met Jim Cornette at the NWA Charlotte.
We had fun there.
Did you ever have Chili? Did you ever have the opportunity to work for Bernard Goings?
Not work for him. I ain't never worked for him. Oh my god! But yo, picture wise, I think I was one of the ones that was first, man.
Oh,
This cat.
So you were rocking them speedos for him?
Nah, look, I have my own Chili Williams.
Yeah, because y'all don't understand. He really started the picture gimmicks before he was doing the wrestling.
Right.
He was doing just pictures of guys.
I
Then
know
he
he was
went
doing
into
wrestling.
the matches. Yeah, no, he
know
went
that.
into stupid matches, bro.
When?
I'm talking about bringing dudes from everywhere.
Bro, I wrestled so many
Flying
good
guys
people there,
in.
dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dude. Yeah.
Sonny Siaki,
Nigel McGuinness.
Ray used to do Glacier. He was bringing all of these
Elix
guys
Skipper.
Mo from Men
in.
on a
Elix
Mission.
Skipper, yeah.
What was his crowd like?
It was
There was no crowd. We wrestled
No
in front of
crowd.
nobody. So they told
you heard right, bro.
Hey, so we were told that hey, you guys just gonna wrestle, and then they're gonna superimpose a crowd in the video from like a basketball game or something. We're like, oh, okay, no problem. Come to find out, years later,
where can I find this at?
Somebody
gotta show me the link.
You have to go on one of them fetish websites and look up man on man action.
Yeah, they said it was some weird shit cut into them videos. But bro, he was paying, bro, and he was paying.
You can find it on Hot Spots though. There's like 3 or 4 volumes on Hot Spots.
Bro,
yo, he must have been paying it. Well, I know he paid me when he was doing the photo thing. I thought it was weird, man. He was like, "Yo, this is how this first all started." Like I said, I think I was me and a couple other guys were one of the first guys who ever did this. He was like, "Come up to my apartment up in Raleigh somewhere." First of all, I was like, "Yo," but I was carrying. Then I had my gun. Then
I think I remember you telling me this story.
So I was like, "Who's this cat?" You know what I mean? I was like, "I know he can't take me hands up." So he's like, "Okay." He was like, "But I didn't want this guy to slip something in my drink, or
Exactly.
I didn't want none of that, tie me up crap, So he was like, "Okay, you come in my house, change over here." So the whole time, I'm bugging out. But the pay was good. It was like $200 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold up, this cat gonna pay me.
Yeah.
He gonna pay me $200 just to go take some photos. And I said, I think I did ask him. I said, where you gonna put these pictures at, bro? But at that time it wasn't social media. You know what I mean? Social media wasn't out like that. It was like, you take the picture, you got to go get them developed and all that stuff. So I wasn't really, I was really geared for the money. But I think I did it once or twice, and I was like, I can't do this no more, cause there ain't no way I'm coming up in your house, dude, just to take the photos. And my gimmick, and it was weird. It just felt weird. I was looking behind the door, make sure somebody didn't hit me in the head with a bat. I'm serious. He had like an upstairs. Hey Kenny, you know how them houses are up there where you are in Raleigh.
Yeah,
they had them upstairs. They had the upstairs, and I was like, I'm looking upstairs and see if anybody coming down.
Exactly.
Or I put my back towards the door, to make sure this cat wasn't, And I was like, but my gun was in my car. I didn't bring my gun in my inside. But I was like,
in your trunk.
No, it was in my seat. And I was like, I should have put it in my trunk.
Yo, this dude here, man.
But I didn't know he was doing shows.
Oh yeah, bro. He started. I mean, dude, he was paying stupid money for guys, man. Putting them in room, bro. He was spending in them weekends. It was thousands of dollars he was spending, bro.
Yeah,
because he would have 15, 20 guys wrestling, doing matches. He was
in the ring.
Hold
on, was it? Okay, it was in the ring. It wasn't in like some car.
In like a warehouse in the ring.
No, he was renting. You remember when I went down there and worked for CWF down in Burlington? He was renting their building.
Yeah.
He was renting their building and just using their building with no fans. And we'd be back in just like a match. He'd be in the back getting undressed, and he'd come out and he'd say, "All right, I want you to go over and clean or whatever, and y'all put the match together and do how you do."
Yeah, he didn't care. You just do a match.
He'd just be like, I want him to go over, y'all do it however you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he would say, cheat, go over, but pretty much he let you do your thing.
I can't
And
hate,
bro,
maybe that was his dream. You know what I mean?
Well,
Hey.
bro, when I tell you he flew guys in, he put guys up in motels, and I'm not even talking about roach motels. Put guys up in decent motels.
Yeah.
He paid every day before you left. He paid your money.
Yeah.
Except in the end, it started getting pretty bad. But up front,
Oh, really?
bro, yeah.
Bounce a check.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Wow,
Yo,
man.
that's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad nobody got hurt.
There's a lot of dudes wearing the trunks and taking photos in the locker room for him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I went to his house. And he's like, put these trunks on. I was like, all right. So I put the trunks on.
You did that gimmick?
He said, are you cold? I go, yeah. He goes, here's my bathrobe. And he put his bathrobe around my shoulders, right?
Get the fuck out of here.
And then he goes, he had like a water bottle. He had like a little water bottle. He's spraying me, and I like, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, oh, I gotta get the effect, like you're sweating, like you're perspiring. And I was like, oh, okay.
You full of shit, bro.
Oh boy,
this guy, boy, I swear.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but dude was trying to get Boogaloo to
trying
rock
to get
some
me.
Speedos.
Yeah, he tried to get me. He's like, you want to wear these Speedos?
What color? What color?
I was like, nah,
Flamingo?
Dude, he had all different colors. You would try them. Wasn't it Bert?
Oh no, he had every color. Yeah.
Nick Burt said you tried them on, and occasionally you got to keep them.
Yeah, he was
but other times he would take them, put them in a Ziploc bag, write your name on it. Then he
no, he was like, hey Boogaloo, would you put these Speedos? I was like, nah, man.
Yo, wow, man.
I swear to God, right, Chuck?
Yeah.
The first time I ever worked for him,
he tried to tell me, he's like, yeah, do this. I go, nah, I'm good.
Yo, kid, you did it? You worked for him?
Yeah, I worked Kid Romeo the first time I ever worked for him. Yeah, I worked Kid Romeo. And then,
well, at least y'all got to wrestle, man. I didn't even get to wrestle.
So it was one, and then he started just bringing in multiple people like he was running the show. When I did the Kid Romeo gimmick, it was just me and him. But then after that, he'd bring in
that was legit man-on-man action.
Yeah, no shit. So then, and I asked him, I'm like, so what do you want us to do? And he was like, y'all just work it out. And
that was hilarious.
And I want you to go over this time. I think we had to do 3-4 matches. And I was supposed to go over. The Kid Romeo was like, nah. He wouldn't let me go over. No, he wouldn't let me go over. He was like, nah.
Yeah, he said, no, I pinned Rey Mysterio for the team.
Exactly, because I had to hear that story.
I ain't losing to Bounty Hunter.
Word.
So I never went over. I think I DQ'd or something on my goal.
That's hilarious, man.
But after that, man, he was bringing people from everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bernard Gorge, if you listen and you watching, brother, what's up, man? He was doing coronavirus gimmick before the coronavirus.
No shit, no fans. You're right. That damn right. He should bring him right back out right now. Real coronavirus match.
No
bro,
doubt.
I got to work some cool motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yo, this is legit. I was glad that he wasn't into trying to get me to wear them little trunks though, because
he kind of got away from that after a while. When he was bringing everybody in, he pretty much would let you wear your gimmick.
Yeah, well, he was still, when I first got there, he was still having the cats just do it in the back, and I was like, I was glad, but he might have thought it was creepy because I was still kind of young at that time. So he was probably like, shit, if I do this, I could probably get in trouble for having these photos.
But yeah,
well, the way things are going now, you probably can go back and say something.
I tell you what,
speak out against them.
The kind of talent he was bringing in, Chili, it would be the equivalent of NXT guys, TNA guys. Like,
what?
I mean, that's the kind of
former WCW guys.
Yeah.
He's bringing WCW guys. He's bringing in guys from was it Les Dorton, Heartland Champ Wrestling from
the
Ohio?
Other Matt Striker, that gimmick up there in Ohio.
Yeah.
He's bringing those Matt Striker, Chad Collier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigel. Yeah.
Yo, he got some big money.
Yeah.
He must have been like a millionaire or something.
Who, David Young? Remember David Young?
Really?
Skipper. Sonny Siaki.
What was the name of his promotion? I gotta look that up, man. What was the name of the promotion?
Yeah, just go on High spots, and
High
type in like
spots.
empty arena wrestling. They got like 4 volumes or some shit like that.
And I
Oh,
think
word?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Scotty
Wow.
Matthews, he brought all those guys in.
Oh, Big
Yeah.
Scotty. Yeah, we know
Yeah.
Scotty.
CW did it a couple of times.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
well, hey, we all suckers for money, right? You know, we
Yes,
all
Hey,
hoes.
listen.
All of us are hoes.
Hey,
No show.
5-minute matches was about the most he wanted out of you, bro.
Yeah.
5-minute
Hey,
matches.
that's
Nah,
all we are, hoes.
He made me go 15 minutes. I was having
Did he?
marathon. Yeah,
Bruh.
I went
He
15.
was,
I
he
think I
was like,
did. I think the most I did was a 10-minute match, and that was a tag. It would always be
That
like,
was me and you. We tagged.
yep,
oh, word?
Me, you, and Brad
Yeah.
Attitude.
yep.
Okay. Nice. Well, that's what's up. Hey, I can't hate on him, man. You know,
No.
keeping wrestling going. You know.
So, Chile. What you got going on? I heard you doing some promoting because what do you like?
No,
You live in the
no.
Philippines?
Yeah, I live in the Philippines. I've been there for about 7 years, man, and I just training down there, pretty much consulting, not really training those guys down there, but you know they got their own thing. You know they're trying very hard to make it happen. They have a long way to go still. You know they have their own way of doing things, so you can come over there with your American style wrestling, but they're gonna do their thing their way. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. You know, just like we Americans, we're gonna do our things our way. So, you know, I can't hate on them on that one. You know what I mean? I try to teach them the basic ways of doing things. They really want to get into like the high flying stuff first, and you know, but I think now some of the veteran guys that's been there for a while, they understand now that it's all about basics because when WWE talent relation guys went over there, they were looking for like in Southeast Asia, they were looking for some guys to come over, and that's where they picked up the Chinese guy, Ho Ho. I think he went to NXT, yeah. And so during that time, when they came to the Philippines, they didn't pick none of the guys. They only picked this one girl. Her name was Crystal, because she was doing some good stuff. And the thing was, when I went back to the practice, I told them, I said, guys, you guys don't understand that they're not looking for all that. They already got the Rey Mysterios. You know, they already got, guys that can do this and do that, And I said, you guys are trying to do that stuff, man, and you're not setting it up. You're not placing it. You don't have no psychology, nothing. You really got to be basic when you are going in front of WWE, talent relation guys or whoever, officials. You got to they want to see basic. They don't want to see none of that. They're gonna place you once they decide to bring you in there. But if you don't know how to tie up, headlock takeover, transition out of that, they don't want to see that. They don't want to hear you. They don't want to hear you if you don't know how to do that. So that was my pet peeve with them over there in the Philippines. But they're trying. They're still trying. Some of them still trying, and they're trying to get it going and everything like that. But that's about it. I'm kind of out of wrestling right now. You know what I mean?
I thought like were you working with like Tayokea? And
no, I was working with I was working with I don't know. There was some group over there, but Tajiri would come over there. Me and Tajiri hung out. We were and things like that. So it was good to see him because I hadn't seen him in almost 20 years. So we did a show one time.
He's still playing that he don't know English?
He tried to. Yeah, I was like, I know you know some English, man. Come on, but he spoke a little bit. You know what I mean? So he likes the Philippines and everything like that, and so that's it. It's very small. They're trying to get a scene over there in the Philippines, but it's not really taken on because of the people. So much boxing and MMA stuff is in that area. So
they do a lot of kickboxing and shit over there.
No. Just regular boxing and MMA in Philippines over there in Thai. So that's what's big now, especially the boxing, of course. Boxing is still like in basketball. They love basketball over there.
Yeah.
So wrestling is far, far behind.
That's crazy.
Gotcha.
But what Stockade has a Tajiri story is really funny.
Want to tell them the story, Stockade?
I don't really think I have a choice, really.
So
I
you
did,
appreciate the story.
Yeah, so we is it the AR Fox one? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Chili, just so you know, Stockade was trained by Mikey.
Mikey Whipper.
Oh, Whipper. Okay.
Yeah. So we I was doing a show. It was Mikey and Jerry were reunited for a company called 2CW. It was this big company upstate in New York. Like they were like they were drawing like 2,000 people at a clip in these major shows. So it was a big deal. Yeah, they had the Young Bucks. So the big deal was Mikey and Tajiri. And so we get there. Tajiri's not speaking any English to anybody besides Mikey and his Australian translator. So we go out afterwards and Tajiri's speaking full on English. So I was like, oh, okay, I get what's going on here. So I was part of the kayfabe. So they wrestled the kids, the Chris brothers. They rolled with Sami Callihan for a little bit the first night, and then the next night they were supposed to wrestle the Young Bucks, but something happened where the Bucks couldn't make it, so they wound up wrestling Rich Swann and AR Fox. And so we get to the building. Nobody gets up to say hi to either Tajiri or Mikey. So Tajiri's already pissed off about it because the Japanese culture and respect your elders and the guys that came before you. And guys are running around like goofing off and everything. So he's already upset. So his English translator and me, we start talking, and he's like, "Hey, he asked me about the I don't know if you ever heard the rumors about AR Fox and what he did prior to wrestling.
He did gay porn.
He did gay porn. Like he was hard down on his luck, and he did this thing where it was like gay for pay. Basically, he knew what it was, but basically like they take you out, they get you drunk, and then you're gonna think you're gonna hook up with a girl. She blindfolds you, and then you really start banging a guy.
What?
Yeah, but it was all, he knew what it was. It was all like a real video. He knew about it going forward.
It was a gimmick video.
Yeah, it wasn't like this really. It was so whatever. So.
So it wasn't legit. It was
but like the plot of the movie is straight guy gets seduced and they trick him.
So it's legit.
It's legit. No, he legit knew what he was doing. Yeah, he got 10 grand allegedly for it. So whatever.
No way.
They tell we tell Tajiri and he's like, oh no. So Mikey was like, Tajiri doesn't like to call spots. He doesn't like do anything. So all of a sudden Tajiri's calling spots, but he's calling it with Swann. And Swann's like, he's like, dude, can you see if Tajiri can do the miss to me? I'm a huge fan, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't promise you, but I'll ask. I shit you not. It was Mikey, Tajiri, Swann, and Fox, and I was calling my match, but I was over by them because I was working Tajiri's young guy. And Swann's like, Stock, can you tell him? So I was like, boss, I'm like, Mikey, he wants Tajiri to do the mist. And Mikey's like, him, mist. And I swear to God, perfect. And she goes, maybe not. He gay. He like this. And my jaw hit the floor. I was like, wow.
He said, maybe not he gay. He like this.
He points to Swann and goes, maybe not him. The exact thing was, maybe not him. Too black. Maybe him. He gay. He like mist. The Swann's very dark. So but yeah.
Tajiri is funny, man. When he came to the Philippines, he spoke English for real, no doubt.
That was the thing. That was the thing. So we leave both shows, and Mikey's like, "Yosh, where do you want to go eat?" He goes, maybe Denny's." I'm like, fucking Denny's. So like, there's no Denny's. He's like, maybe Hooters. There's no Hooters. We wind up going to an Applebee's, and then the next night we go to a Fridays, and he starts. The promoters like drinks are on us. So Tajiri, we all start drinking Jack Daniels. And Mikey's like, I can't. He goes, I can't keep drinking this. He's like, you drink with Tajiri. I was like, okay. And we drank about a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, and we kept going. And I literally looked at him. I said, I'm like Tajiri, I have to leave now. He's like, why? It looked pure straight English. I'm like, you're going to kill me. And then he goes outside, and they're like, go follow him. And he's peeing outside of the bar, but it's underneath the Dick's Sporting Goods, and in perfect English, in front of fans, he's like, Stockade, look, Dick's, my dick. How funny. What the fuck? Yeah. But straight English, like, and then they got on a plane back to Japan. They had to leave at like 4 a.m. It was myself, Mikey, and another gentleman that was very close to Mikey. Was one of the owners of the Long Island company. We each got our own rooms from the promoter, and outside each of our rooms was an apple, a banana, and a fucking 12-pack. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And it was just their way of saying thank you for a great time.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, man, he already damn near killed me. Like, I never drank. I could drink back when I was younger,
bro.
Dude, that motherfucker. I was like, dude, you're gonna kill me. Like, legit, I'm gonna die.
We did karaoke with some girls in the Philippines when he came in, and I lost my I lost my iPhone, man, and I couldn't find my iPhone. So Jerry's out there singing, and we was just, man, yo, it was crazy.
The only other person I've ever seen drink like that, like, was Sinister Minister. The devil. I was
Mitchell,
Mitchell. I was like, you're not human. You're really the devil. There's no fucking way in hell any human can drink as much as you drink and do what you do and live. Like, you're inhuman. It's ridiculous. And the best about Mitchell was he pulled me aside, because this is right when the whole Canyon came out. And Canyon worked for the company I was working for.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to let you know, I knew all along he was gay. That's great. Like, what the fuck? Just completely drunk.
So the same show, right? We wrestled at that Catholic school, right?
Yes.
So the promoter's wife was hot, right? Not the promoter, the guy that was running the show, the building. His wife was hot. So everybody's like, "Yo, you seen this? You seen that guy's? You seen the wife? Yeah." Canyon comes out of nowhere. He goes, "You seen the son?"
No way, that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was funny. He did it to Papa's though. You know what I'm saying? He just did it to Papa's. He popped the fuck out of me with that one.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dang.
But hey guys, we're gonna wrap it up. So where can we find you guys? Well, I know where we can find Kenny. Chili, where can we find you on social media? If people want to reach out to you.
Just on Facebook, man. I just do Facebook. I do a little bit of Instagram, but not really. But Facebook is just William Chili Willie Jones, and you can find me there. And that's it. You know, I'm not doing too much social media no more.
You still do the podcast?
No, I haven't, because I go into surgery the week after next. I have cataracts on my eyes, on both eyes.
Oh shit!
So I had to stop doing that, man. That's why I came to the States, man, to get this operation done. And so I have one the 12th, and then I had my last operation on the 26th, and then I'll be heading back to the Philippines probably August 3rd or 4th. So yeah, I had to stop. I just stopped because of trying to see the screen and everything and try to read comments, and it was just hurting my eyes and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, before we go, there's a friend of ours. He passed away. So when you guys wrestled in Los Angeles and XPW was in the crowd.
Oh, wow.
My man Supreme goes, yeah, we went outside, and he goes, next thing I know, he goes, the big dude Chili Willie just knocked me. He goes, I never got hit like that before.
Tell him I'm sorry, man. That was that was one of our things.
He passed away.
Oh, he did really?
Away.
Yeah, about a year or two ago, I think.
Okay.
I think about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, great guy, great fucking guy. Yeah, because we work XPW.
Okay.
And
that was a crazy night.
Story.
Yeah, that was a crazy day, dog. We amped that day, dog. And I think me, Kid Cash, me, Boss, we was just fighting all over the place. And after that day, man, that's when I started flying. Paul Heyman, he started flying me because they were surrounding him, and I went over there, man. Even the cops, I was yelling at the cops. We got subpoenaed to go to court, but somehow we didn't. It was only me, Mama Luke, Big Sal, and a couple other guys got subpoenaed to go to court, but we didn't. They didn't. They threw it out or something. Paul did something, but we were going off that day, man. I went off, man. We all went off. Angel, we all. Rodney Matt, we all.
Angel said he was talking to Conan.
Nah, he did something. I saw him over there doing something. But Rodney Matt, Mama Luke, we was kicking behind.
See, people sleep on Mama Luke and Kid Cash. Kid Cash is a tough motherfucker.
Heck yeah, man.
Mama
Kick-Ass
was a
is no
shooter
joke.
too, man. Mama
Yeah.
knows how to shoot.
Hey,
Yeah.
for real. Them two right there. They were small, but they could go. Kick-Ass was no joke, man. He was.
Kick Ass is a tough motherfucker.
Yeah, he was a real dude for real. So, yeah, that was a fight, man, for real. I'll never forget that. Yeah, that was crazy. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, where can we find you, brother?
Every Tuesday, baby.
Where can we
Tuesday.
find you every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Kenny's Corner.
That's right, Kenny's Corner, baby. Every Tuesday.
Cool Kenny's Corner.
You know, me and Chili, while you're in town, we went to one show together already. So don't be surprised if something.
Boxing?
Something happened. No, I went to a wrestling show together.
Oh, you did?
Nice.
Yeah. So don't be surprised why he here if something pop up or something happen.
He
No
said
doubt.
he's getting the surgery on his cataracts done here because in the Philippines they were offering half off on the second eye. Coupon.
Hey, yo, I'm sorry to all my Filipino friends that's watching this, yo. No, but that was funny. But yo, Kenny, tell them about your boxing real quick, man. Let them know.
Yeah, I got into it last night. My little fighter, Edwin Salinas is his name, and catch Kenny's Corner on that show, No Holds Barred, and I definitely go in. I just started a Facebook forum for boxing only, so I'll talk more about that on that show because it is a sports show where this is a wrestling show. Well,
where was your boxing? You guys used to train at a box. I used to watch videos of you guys training on Facebook.
Yeah, I still
train there.
Yeah, that's
hey man, plug the school. Let people know where they can go.
That's Amber Boxing, which is on Instagram, Facebook under just like that, AMIBIR, Amber Boxing.
Yeah, if y'all want to get into boxing, check them out because I watched some videos. They do some good stuff there.
Yeah, dude know his stuff. He been to Cuba with the Cuba Olympic team, the owner of Cuban Olympic team. He went to the Olympics, and so he knows his stuff when it comes to boxing.
I saw them put Kenny through the ringer, Kenny back into fighting shape.
Yeah, going at it, man. Going at it.
Yeah, go ahead, man. That's what's up. I'm gonna do the kung fu stuff because I'm blind, so I'm gonna be like the kung fu master. Five fingers of death. Catch this mosquito.
Definitely appreciate you guys for having us on.
Yeah,
man.
thank you guys for real. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good seeing you again, Chili.
Yes, thank you. Sorry I was late, man. Trying to get
we
this.
appreciate you, man.
StreamYard, yeah.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Yo, big ups to Bernard Goins, though. That's the man.
Big up.
If you say so.
No doubt, man. Thank you guys, man, for real. It was a pleasure.
Kelly, thank you, brother.
All right, Chili.
All right, Ken. Later,
All right,
man.
I'll talk to you in a couple of days.
Take care, man.
You got it, brother. Take care.
Kenny, we're trying to figure the logistics. I gotta get with Chung about this fishing thing.
I'm with it. You already know. Just give me the thing. I'm there. I'm there. You know how I get down.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm a real deal fisherman now.
Man, I embarrass you down there, bro. I have you crying.
I'm gonna beat you on your own lake.
Exactly. They tell you, point over there. There's where the fish are, and then go over there and catch it.
I was with my son, and I'm like, he's put his pole down, and then I put my pole, and then I catch the fish. He's like, "Come on, man." I go, Lucas, it's not about catching fish, man. It's about us spending time together. He goes, man, don't give me that nonsense.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Yeah,
like, don't give me that nonsense, Dad pep talk.
Yeah, he want to catch fish. Man. No, I'm there, bro. Just let me know when. I am there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's
I can't hit any buttons, so
no, I'm not. I got you. Let me find this since I don't think I did too bad of a shot today, but
except you left that thing running the whole time. In the
bottom. Yeah, hey, but we're trying to help us grow, like my penis. All right, everybody. Peace out. Thank you for joining us, and see you next week. Who we got next week?
Next week we got Sozio 8 p.m. Former CZW champion, Northeast wrestler. Niles Young, you may know him as. No. He was in CZW when you guys were there. You've ran into him, I'm sure.
Sure.
So thrilled.
Not me, bro.
Not just joking. Hey, we're looking forward to him.
Bro, I don't
Anyway.
remember half the shit that I've been around or been there for. So maybe once we start talking to him, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I remember you. But
you will. You should have a lot of great stories.
Stop Kate brings us all these people like, I used to watch you when I was a kid. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for making me feel old as fuck.
You are old as fuck.
Your action figures. All right, guys. See you next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely.
Peace.